What's up everyone, my name is Nightrow and welcome to the Tower of Five Hearts. On the last episode, we were introduced to the maids and the princess and the plot of the story. Also, I'm joined today by Corjoin and Roland again.
Hi, guys.
And Roland just downloaded Honey Pop.
I know what he's gonna do.
Yep.
Here's what we're gonna do.
Okay, let's continue with the story. And like I said in the last episode, if it actually lets me like pick the girl, then I'm either gonna go with the Lamia or with the dog girl.
Dog.
Or maybe with a fox girl. Who knows?
Actually, hey, when you get to the choice stuff, comment down below. What should we choose? And we'll choose the next video or whatever.
Oh boy. Okay, let's just continue with the story. Momo seems unimpressed and toddling and shaking her head gently. Nonsense is not healthy to just wolf down whatever at hand. We're your maids, Mary. We'll do as we're told, but it's also our trained duty to ensure we take care of you. Right, girls? The others scramble and shuffle as the flow of conversation returned to them, mumbling and nodding in agreement. Only Tomiko, the pauper maid, gave a stern nod in reply. Even we have to make you eat your veggies and force you into the bath. What am I, a child? Your complaints falls on deaf's ear. As the girls fly into flurry of motion, Momo seems to take instant authority of the situation, delegating 3 of the 4 others to handle the combination of their remaining luggage in the hall and their own stack outside the door. As she leads Tomiko to accompany her in the kitchen, she stands back and takes the opportunity to observe everyone in action. Well, alright then, if you got your hands full, follow me.
Hands full of what? Yeah.
They're carrying the luggage. You goof.
What's in the luggage? A bunch of vehicles.
I don't think so. Be right there. Mutsumi seems somewhat distressed, tottering underneath a stack of armload of bags that makes you wonder just how she got them that way in the first place. We're in no rush here, honestly. You notice that the foxtail kitty is only carrying a single tiny suitcase, falling behind the others with her focus on the hall and furnishing as if taking the layout of the place. Or maybe she's just daydreaming. Kitty, something on your mind? Your voice doesn't get a reaction out of her, though, but rather Mutsumi. The lizard girl stumbles over her own feet, with a jump unable to maintain her balance, with the giant tower of suitcase weighing her down. Kitty isn't paying enough attention to notice before she ends up tripping over Mutsumi, the suitcase in her hand bursting open to allow a stuffed fox to pop out of it. Whoa, are you okay? Mutsumi surprisingly restrained on. Okay. Mutsumi's surprisingly risque underwear flashes before your eyes for a second as she tumbles about in a display of fortitude. Physique's define acrobatic. Somehow, every single piece of stack luggage she's been carrying managed to land back into the original, neatly stacked form in Mutsumi's arm once again. A rather proud expression crosses her face as she staggers to her feet. That was lucky. This is going to be a long night.
You gotta be kidding me.
What happened?
Couldn't sleep.
Wait, they actually fall asleep?
He fell asleep.
Son of a bitch. Can never trust Core. Yeah, whatever. The-
This is all he's missing. Almost glorious action.
I guess the efforts of trying to hurt the chaos that is the maid's and wears you out before you know it. When you finally finish showing them around, what little you know of the tower, you try to sneak a little catnap while you still can. Okay, she's asleep. Psst, hey. She's cute when she's sleeping. Do we really have to wake her up? Too late. You already have you're too late. You already had me roused from the depths of your slumber, and so you barely creak open your eyelid and try to take a stealthy peek at the situation. Of course, we have to. We can't just stand around here watching her sleep. That is as irresponsible as it is weird. She looks like she'd be comfy to sleep with. How improper. No, it's only normal to want to snuggle with such a cutie. I can hear you. Your foxmaid blushes, clearing her throat gently. Be that as it may, if we let the food go cold, it'll go to waste. The mere mention of food has your stomach growling hungrily again, a sound that has been both giggling out loud. She sheepishly began clambering out of bed to get them to silence their laughter, and said politely at attention, as they hadn't just been talking about you in your sleep. Good morning, or evening. And Tomiko giggles cheerfully, bowing her head. And dinner time? Also, you should not sleep in your clothes. It took me hours to get it all properly, so you'll excuse me if I'm not about to take it off only to have put it back on again. Okay. What the fuck? Was that Core? Roland? Then, did you heard that?
Yeah, I think that's your place.
No, that's not my place. It has to be Core's.
It might have been Core's. I don't know.
I mean, if it's not you and if it's not me, then it has to be him.
Sure.
Well, let's just continue with the story. One of us will have help if you request it, mistress. I can literally hear him snore or breathing.
That might be me, because I am a heavy breather.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm a heavy breather.
Okay. And that's a fair point. With a sigh, you move to the front of the group, trying to tuck your clothes back into something resembling order. Ah, mistress, hold still, please. Hmm? Kitty only smiles softly at you in response, humming slightly as she moves up close. Her sweet fragrance fills your nose as she moves her face close to yours, causing an unbidden heat to creep across your cheek. Before you can ask what she's doing, her hands reach out to adjust your little tiara, and kneaded out a few of the scruffier places in your hair. She can't help but giggle a little when one of your ears flick reflexively at a brush of her fingertips. Oh, I'm sorry about that. I don't get to play with the hair often. Playing, huh? Look at her face. If there's anything else you'd like to do, it'll have to wait. If I don't eat dinner soon, I might have to start figuring out how punishment are going to work around here. Holy shit, she's already thinking of punishment? Damn.
Yeah.
Punishment? What kind of punishment, mistress?
Yeah, what kind?
That's what I want to know. Is it gonna be bad or is it gonna be good? Or pleasurable?
I know, right?
You only answered the question with a smug little smile as the three of you enter the dining hall. The smell can only be described as beautiful, a nearly ineffable combination of sweet and savory aroma. There's so many dishes, just how long have I been asleep? Just the slightest bit of smugness is visible in Momo's otherwise serene expression as she finished filling the glass of wine. Besides your heaping plate, the smell of maid and spices rise off the plate and into your nose, creating a waterfall of saliva within your nose. As you try to so rapidly swallow it down, she answered your question. For just about an hour, Mistress Mary. I've underestimated her. Well, you've done pretty good job for double thing. Should we all settle in? They only give you a confused look as you take your seat. Is something wrong? You told us all to settle in. Settle in where? Do you wish for us to go in and inspect our quarters? What? No, I mean, grab a chair, eat. We couldn't eat before you. Okay. I thought she was a lamia, but they keep saying that she's a lizard girl.
I have no clue.
I mean, the website said that she's a lamia, but in the actual game it says that she's a lizard girl. Whatever. I ain't complaining. The lizard girl looks possibly scandalized by the prospect. With a sigh, she carefully arranged your features into your most authoritative look. Okay? Not this again, please. Girls, I want to make you all aware of one thing. I had every maid at my parents' home doing very maidly things. Crap. One of those things was eating with me like we were all just a normal people, because I actually quite hate eating by myself. Not that I dislike all of the maidly things they did for me. Getting dressed up by them for one. Not that I'll explain exactly why I like that so much. Oh boy. Momo, while everything looks delicious, I'm going to be incredibly stubborn and insist on not touching a bite until you all serve yourself as well. You can see Tomiko frantically swallowing mouthful after mouthful of drool down her eyes, flick from one dish to another. There's enough food for everyone to have some, isn't there? Yes, indeed, there is. I had intended to make this first meal a demonstration of my abilities. It's an incredible demonstration. You pray that your stomach won't embarrass you with another loud growl while you're talking. Well, go on. Go on, all of you, hurry up and sit down before I starve here waiting for you to get going. You can't help but feel perverse pleasure at turning the maid's expectation upside down, though. You manage to keep a straight face while they, one by one, take their own seat at their table with you. This really does feel improper. The maid gingerly served themselves from the dishes laid out on the table, though you suspect they're taking less than they will normally eat, in an attempt to avoid looking gluttonous in front of you. Hopefully they'll change soon enough. Thank you all for going along with my selfish request. Now then, feel free to dig in. The moment everyone seems to be more or less situated, you finally even dig into your meal. It only takes a single mouthful for you to ascend to some hedonic realm of culinary pleasure. When you finally descend back to the physical plane after who knows how long, you realize that everyone's frozen in place, their face turned towards yours. Are they just hesitating to start eating, or is it because the weird face you must be making right now? They all meet in surprise, hastily jerking their attention to their own meals, and for a blessed 10 or so minutes, the, the only sounds in the room are those of eating. Here and there you sneak glances up at each of them, in turn trying to learn a bit about their personality when they think you aren't looking. Your initial expectation that Momo would eat as elegant as her dishes looks it's shattered in an instant. To say that she shovels down her meal will be an understatement. So she likes to eat a lot, I guess. Everyone else, though, eats slowly and politely. Even you eat less messy than her. And honestly, you've been told more than a few times your manners are lacking. The only other individual that stands out to you is Kitty. Her eyes are wide and you swear that you can see tears welling in them. She visibly savors every bite. Look at like that of a starved castaway that just returned to civilization. But eventually your belly is full to bursting with delicious food. The wine you wash it all down without wrapping your body with a tingly warmth that reaches all the way to your extremities. You can't keep tipsy little smile from surfacing on your face. Your ears similarly uncontrollable as they twitch with the satisfaction. Wow, I needed that, Momo. You exceeded with my wildest expectations. Your praise puts a pleased blush on her face, leaving her twiddling her fingers self-consciously for a moment. Thank you, Mistress Mary. She's too adorable. Anyway, I have a question for you and for you all. Yes? How much do you know about all of this? All of what exactly? With an exasperated sigh, you throw your arms out. All of this coming together to be maids in the tower? For me, which sounds really weird, now that I say it out loud. Wait, what? What?
Your phone, I guess it's screen.
Well, I mean, you are looking at your own screen, so... Oh well. We all been told about it ever since we were little girls, and we all trained really hard in order to be here today. There's one of us from each nation. I have to learn really quickly. With the heart? Is he asleep or awake? Yeah, but the question is he awake or asleep?
He's asleep.
Okay. Oh boy. I had to learn really quickly, but I'm getting better, honest. She puffs out her sizable chest, putting a brave smile on her face before adjusting her glasses. You're going to do super good, Mutsumi. Did your older sister have any bigger chest? Oh wow.
Paper chest.
That was the question. Does her sister have a bigger chest?
Does her sister have a bigger chest?
The question caused Momo to nearly spit out a sip of her post-meal tea in shock. What kind of question is that? Although now I'm a bit curious myself. Carry on. We're all here to win me over and gain my hands in marriage. Go live with me in a big pretty castle, have a bunch of kids together, and live happily ever after. Maybe that was a bit too blunt of you, as Kitty's face flushes bright red. What the is that? He's awake! Holy shit!
He's awake.
Are you really awake or are you just sleeping with your eyes open? Well, you fell asleep, boy.
Yeah, you missed some interesting things.
He, I think he fell asleep again.
Are you serious? Did he fall? Oh my god.
Oh boy. Maybe that was a bit too blunt of you. As Kitty's face flushes bright red, Momo hastily picks up the slack of the conversation. Also, the nations of the maid that you choose to love and be with will benefit politically and economically, and through various favorable trade deals, lower tariff. Ugh, there's super lots of pressure on us because of all of that. In my case, I was extra privileged. I was an orphan. What? No way, really? He fell asleep. Oh, he,
Going back and forth.
I know. I guess you'll come from different backgrounds. I can't help but notice you being very quiet, Aiko. I've been wondering since you're a cat, did you ever meet my parents or see the castle? No, I'm afraid not. I've never had the opportunity. I was chosen rather early on for this, so I've been training ever since I was very young. Wait, how young is she? Can you see it?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's pretty freaking young.
Hmm.
Yeah.
That's a shame. You would have been but the title escapes me. A duchess. Yes, the title don't mean anything now, especially mine. I'm happier now more than I've ever been at home. Her previous awkwardness give way to a content heartwarming smile as she takes a sip of her own tea. I can't let my guard down around the cutie. From here on out, it's a battle for your heart, Marie. You take a deep breath, leaning back in your chair, while giving everyone a careful look. You can see the fatigue in their eyes from the long journeys they all made to be here, though none of them seem willing to admit it. My sleep schedule's kind of messed up, so I think I'll be turning in early tonight. It's a complete lie after all. Julie woke up when the sun was already setting, but despite their attempts to look otherwise, you sure they have to be dead on their feet. Would you like for me to turn down the covers? Oh boy. Oh boy. Where was I? Oh yeah. You mean you're accompanying me to my bedroom? No, I'd rather you not. After watching this cute new maids for so long, you're more than a little hot under the collar. And all that wine you had throughout the meal hasn't helped on one bit. It's going to be weird sleeping in a new bed without any of my sisters around to keep me warm. Oh well. Oh, there we go. Oh well. I could keep you warm, Tommy dear. It's hard to say whether or not they are flirting on purpose. The other girls look summarily scandalized by the conversation. Unaware or otherwise uncaring of the reaction of her fellow mates, Momo gives Tomoko a pat on the head, who's blushing and giggles in response. Well, I'll leave clearing the table to you. And could I have one of you run me a bath though? You needn't to ask. Just give the order and I'll do it. I'll give my hands a break at least. The bunny maid saunters past you with a small smile, leading the way to your bathroom. With what you swear is subtle, but intentionally sway to her lips. Forcing yourself to drag your eyes away from her shapeless rear, you notice that the others are simply staring at her with expressions ranging from awe to jealousy of her confidence. Oh damn, I think it's time for me to stop recording right now. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Apparently Core fell asleep again, and I guess I'll do one more video for the night and then I'll stop. So yeah, so guys, thank you so much for watching my video. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.